For those of you who don't know me, my name is Eddie Finn, and I'm a senior here at LaSalle University. I stand before you this evening in the hopes of sharing the legacy and the story of a very special man from the New York City Fire Department. 13 years ago this morning, he, along with 342 of his fellow brothers, responded to the last alarm of their lives, climbing multiple stairways that surely led to the gates of heaven. Here and now, it is eerie to think, and even harder to explain, how one courageous individual had such a lasting mark on the man that I have grown into today. Why is this, you might ask? Well, for starters, I have never even had the pleasure to shake his hand in this life. But I can tell you one thing, with both confidence and a heart full of grace. Through his death, he has helped spark an eager flame that has been constantly burning in my mind and my heart and my spirit for well over a decade. Firefighter Robert Curatolo was a 31-year-old Staten Islander, a graduate of Curtis High School, and a 6-year veteran of the New York City Fire Department. On the morning of September 11, 2001, Mr. Curatolo had just finished his night shift with Ladder Company 16 on the Upper East Side when disaster struck downtown Manhattan. Although his tour had ended, Robert decided to head down to the scene with his lieutenant, Raymond Murphy, and a fellow firefighter named Rich Rattazzi. After the South Tower of the World Trade Center collapsed to dust, Mr. Curatolo was seen dragging an injured man with 2 broken legs to safety. In this moment, firefighter Rattazzi managed to snap a courageous picture of Robert and Lieutenant Murphy. In the photo, both men are seen racing valiantly through the dust and debris towards the remaining tower. Whenever I look at this photo, I'm immediately reminded of the psalm from this evening. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For you are with me, your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Minutes later, at 10:28 a.m., the North Tower of the World Trade Center came crashing down. Mr. Curatolo was last seen on West Street beneath the shadow of Tower 1. In a mere 23 minutes after the first tower fell, both men were lost in the second collapse. On that tragic day, Mr. Curatolo, along with 342 of his fellow brothers, lost their lives in the hopes of saving the innocent. On that same day, I had received my destined calling in life. When I was 12 years old, I had joined a baseball organization called the Robert Curatolo Rangers. I can still recall my first encounter with my coach, Chris Caputo, who was a close friend of Mr. Curatolo's. Mr. Caputo explained how the Rangers were a baseball team who played for the memory of a fallen FDNY member, a son, a husband, a friend, a brother-in-law, a cousin, and an uncle. I soon found out that Mr. Curatolo's nickname was affectionately the same as my last name, Finn, something that made my connection to this brave man even stronger. Before every game, Mr. Caputo would tell us to play hard and learn from our mistakes, but most importantly, we were reminded to always remember and respect the name that was embroidered across our hearts. Like most seniors, this year is a very special one for me. For one thing, I'll be wrapping up 4 years of hard work and valued educational experiences. I also will be celebrating my 3rd year of service within the United States Coast Guard Reserve. But lastly, and most importantly, I will finally have the opportunity to pursue my lifelong dream of becoming a New York City fireman. No matter where I go or what I do with my future career, I promise to give 110% in the name and honor of men such as Robert Curatolo, who gave nothing less on that bright blue September morning. 13 years ago, on the night of September 10th, you could have asked my 7-year-old self what I wanted to be when I grew up. My answer to you would have been short and confident, a New York Yankee. If you would ask me the same question on my following evening, my answer would have been completely different, but with the exact same confidence. Thank you.